Hello, Juliet. It's Heather here. It's lovely to see you.
Hi, Heather. Lovely to speak to you today. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Now, Juliet is one of my most recent students of Transcendental Meditation. Juliet runs her own personal development company called Evolve and Relaunch, and she's had some interesting experiences when she learnt the Transcendental Meditation technique. So it's a good opportunity to ask you how you've been going with it, and perhaps first of all, just ask you why it was that you started Transcendental Meditation.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm a continual student. I just love learning. I'm really curious, and I've studied a lot of different types of meditation over the years. And obviously, in our line of work as well, really interested in the mind and how to optimize and how to reduce stress as well. We have like a very busy business, lots of people in our community as well. So for me, there were a lot of different things personally and professionally that drew me towards it. And it was something that I'd heard about probably 6 or 7 years ago and knew that I'd wanted to study, but just kind of kept waiting for the right time. And it just so happened that this year was the perfect time. And I really, really enjoyed my journey starting to learn with you. And I know it's just the beginning.
and what sort of benefits did you notice at first up in terms of, I mean, people have all sorts of benefits. I've been teaching TM now for over 40 years, and lots of people notice benefits right from the beginning, even in the first week.
Absolutely. It was evident in the first few days that just taking that time to be in that state of, I guess, when I wait for the mantra, it's being in a constant state of openness and receptivity and allowance and anchoring that in twice a day consecutively. It was only a couple of days and I just started noticing some really beautiful synchronicities. Like I would be thinking about a problem in our business, for example, and then literally I would have a phone call or an email from someone that could help or was already proposing a solution for something. And so a lot of those sorts of things, but generally in my personal life as well, I found some female friendships that I hadn't had close friendships with really started forming closer bonds. And I just found that I felt generally like I had more in the tank, more things that I could say yes to that maybe in the past I would have limited myself to because my work takes so much. I'd only have so much left. Whereas I found myself just having more available, more energy and feeling generally happier.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And, this is the interesting thing about TM. People say, oh, look, I don't think I've got 20 minutes twice a day to spend with my eyes shut. I've got so much to do. I'm so busy. But you found that in actual fact, you ended up with more time or a sense of more time and being able to enjoy other things that perhaps had fallen off out of your life up until now.
I think time is such an interesting illusion, and it's really easy to feel like there's not enough when you're not present. And so when you're present more continuously, then time, an entire day can feel like a week if it's full and if it's fulfilling. But if it's busy, then it can feel like it goes in a blink of an eye. So I think anyone who feels like they don't have time to meditate, what's that saying? If you're stressed, you should meditate unless you're really stressed, and then you should meditate for longer. So I think it's just one of those things like brushing your teeth that you people probably know that they should do it or need to do it, but I found with the TM guidance and structure and the way that it's taught, it really helps to instill it as a habit so that if and when life happens, if you do miss a session or a day or something, you actually feel different and you realize why you need to do it. Similar, like I exercise quite regularly. If I don't exercise for a day or two, I feel sluggish, and so it makes me want to exercise. So it's a really similar thing, I think, and I really like the structure of how it's been taught.
Yes, and most people say also that, oh, I don't know whether I'd find the time, but then they say, oh, I don't think I could sit still for 20 minutes. But
Mm.
in actual fact, the reason why they seem to be able to do it is because it's so enjoyable, and we tend to only want to continue things if we really enjoy them.
Absolutely. And I love the effortless and ease in which the TM style is taught. I've had different types of meditations where you've got to kind of like be in a particular posture, or you need to, there's these instructions, and there's just none of that, which I really liked. There's obviously instruction, but I think to the things that actually give benefit and matter, not to the things that are maybe, supplementary. So I think that freedom is really important.
Yes. So, and it really doesn't mean that you have to give up other forms of meditation,
No.
but, you know, you just do the TM. As long as you put it in there twice a day, then you get benefit from what you're doing afterwards, your work life or health issues or whatever.
Absolutely.
So it's been just lovely speaking with you about this, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. I know we've got a retreat coming up, and
Yes.
you're coming to that.
I'm coming to the retreat. I'm looking forward to it. And I think as well, maybe some people think it's a bit of an investment, you know, why does it cost what it costs, or that kind of thing. But I just see it as something that it is an investment in your well-being, your stress levels, your fulfillment for the rest of your life. So it's actually, like, if you think about how many days you're going to live, it's really worth it, because I promise, like, for anyone watching this, if you're curious about it, on the other side of it, you will know what the benefits are. And it's not something that you can maybe consciously comprehend until you've gone through the journey and actually shown up for yourself and done the regular practice. Then you get, like, it's worth it so much. So I would just recommend anyone watching this, if you are curious, dive into it, because it's probably your nudge.
Absolutely. And I'll be happy to teach them. We have teachers all over Australia teaching through TM for women. So yeah, just get in touch with us and we can point you in the right direction. Thanks a lot, Juliet.
Thanks, Heather.